It's the Endless Honeymoon podcast. I'm Moshe Kasher.
I'm Natasha Leggero.
Joining us, very funny. I would say a killer. I would say Andrea Jin. I would say that's her name. I would say I would say not. I always get nervous with Andreas.
Yeah, I don't care.
You'll go either way.
Anything.
That's how I am with Moshe and Moshe.
Ooh, I hate when someone calls him Moshe. I'm like, excuse me, it's Moshe. Like,
People do that?
Well, it's just,
often.
well, it's
very
like,
often.
It's like
People we know well. Actually,
Moshe. To me, what they're doing is there's a term in the Jewish community called bageling, which is where like when you're out in the world and you want to marry a Jewish girl, you'll bagel. It's like chumming the water. You'll be like, so. What's your favorite soup? And if they're like, well, matzo ball is my favorite. Yes, you're throwing. So I feel like
I've never been bageled.
Well,
wait.
I'm not trying to profile you, but you're not necessary to be bageled.
Wait, it's to make sure that the woman that you're bageling is a good cook.
No.
Before
You're
throwing
out questions that they can answer correctly and reveal that they're Jewish.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I could be Jewish.
You could be. I'm not saying you couldn't be. I'm just guessing you aren't.
But what if I said all the right Jewish answers?
Then I would think, and then I would get really intrigued about. Tell me about your family. Like what? Tell me your origin story. I would start getting really curious.
I would be like, I am Jewish,
and I would just leave it at that.
Well, I am Midwestern.
Right. What would we? Oh, we would call.
I'm a Midwesterner.
We would call that if we were trying to bagel. Okay, we should do this for Chinese and Midwest. What would be the equivalent of bageling? Yours would be like cheesing?
Well, I did just get back from Wisconsin and Moshe's making fun of me, but I went to this place. I actually went to 2 cheese places, but
Yum.
the cheese castle, and I
was there.
Oh, you
went to the cheese castle?
I love the cheese castle.
For real?
Andrea, we would like you to start. We thought it would be a fun game for you to start by eating 16 dill and garlic cheese curds.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Will you?
Moshe's from Oakland, Bay Area. He's a snob. So I grew up, he's making fun of these
chicken and a biscuit.
Chicken and biscuit
That's
crackers.
fun.
These are good.
I want to try one.
Okay, I think we should try one because I never had a chicken and a biscuit.
All right.
I've never had a dill and garlic cheese curd.
Okay, these are not old, but we did eat half the bag on the plane. I just landed from the Midwest, but I do think we should get a live chicken in the biscuit.
I was about to make a joke. Does it have real chicken in it? Guys, it does.
It does?
Yes,
Wait,
dude.
will you still try it?
I'll still try it, but how did they get chicken in there?
It says dehydrated cooked chicken. Dehydrated cooked chicken. What do you think? Hold on, I'll try it too.
Tastes normal. Do you feel childhood when you have this?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, well, but for some reason we used to eat them with anchovies. I don't know.
Are you reminded of your bellicose Italian father when you
sardines? We would put sardines on them, but they're good. Come on.
You would eat chicken in a biscuit with sardines on top?
They're good, but they taste normal to me.
What do you mean? They taste like just crackers.
Regular cracker. Yeah, where I'm like,
Let me open these.
I'm not going to go to Wisconsin to get this. I could recreate this,
How would you recreate that? You must be talented.
Well,
You think you're going to make chicken and a biscuit at home? Yeah, right.
Well, now the cheese. Oh wait, so did you have? So you would put I don't know, bouillon.
maybe just some chicken bouillon on
Wait,
there.
can you cook?
I like to say I can cook, but I don't think I can do
You
it.
don't.
I like to think in my mind I could do it.
Take this how you want. You don't seem like you could cook.
Yeah.
Is that insulting? Does that feel like I'm affirming your youth?
It's kind of, my instinct is to say thank you.
Okay, yeah. It's a compliment.
Because I have other interests.
Okay, listen, I really want you guys to try cheese curds because, as the guys, this is like the cheese curd capital where I was just from, Milwaukee, and the guy's like, be careful, it squeaks.
What?
So it's squeaky cheese.
No, but Canada, we have squeaky cheese on our poutine.
Oh, that's right. You do.
It's probably cheese curds.
It
is cheese curds, right?
Yeah.
I will not make you try these if you don't want. But I do want Moshe to try.
All right, I'll do one. Why not?
This
is a real Midwest kind of situation.
I took 2 bags of cheese.
Oh, it's cold.
On an
What's it supposed to be,
8-hour
hot?
flight, and then as soon as I got off the flight, I put it right in the fridge, and it was in the fridge until. Did it squeak?
I gotta be honest. Both of these snacks I just had are straight up bangers.
Thank you.
Yeah. They're both really good.
Midwest lives.
They both schmack.
Oh,
Do you know that food? Do you know this?
No.
Food schmacks, not smacks. Music smacks. Food schmacks.
According to who, Moshe?
Yeah, where's
6
this?
girls on TikTok.
Yeah, 6 girls on TikTok that I follow. So I think it's like Bay Area youth. Yeah, Bay Area youth.
I don't like Bay Area slang.
Oh, you can honestly. It's been nice having you, and you can straight up. You can go. What's
Also, this is not squeaky enough.
You
It
want
doesn't
more? You
squeak.
want more squeak?
It doesn't squeak enough.
Now, wouldn't you'd think Canada would have like dill, garlic, and cheese curd poutine, right? Like you would.
That would be that's
would put
sacrilege.
this-
Is that sacrilege?
We don't have that. We only have just the white cheddar cheese curds.
No one ever branched out and was like, "What if we make
Dude.
this?"
If comedy fails you, and we did a show together last night, I think it will. No, you had the set of the night. Honestly, she was the funniest on the show. No, it's true. I mean, listen, I did just fine. But but that would be a good hustle. You go back to Canada and you open a unique curd. That's what we call it, unique curds. That's
I call it unique curds.
Unique curds.
By Moshe.
By Moshe. By Moshe, brought to you by Andrea Jin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was in Milwaukee. I had really great shows, and then last night I stayed at this hotel called the Pfister, which was like this really old hotel from like the 1850s. And like when you get
Were you
into
making fisting jokes all weekend long?
I don't think fisting was a thing in like the 1850s.
The 1850s,
in the Victorian
right.
age, like that.
Right.
If it was not spoken of.
That's right. It was harder to fist because of the corsets. You couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
But
They had to unfurl the corset.
like when you turn on the TV, it's like, they're like, Elvis Presley came here in 1920 or 1940, whatever year.
No
50s.
way.
No, and they're like,
No
and
way.
he had every type of bacon delivered during his stay. So I was just thinking, like,
There's no way Elvis didn't fist somebody at the fister. Elvis?
Yeah, Elvis is fisting.
For sure. Some rockabilly
so,
chick.
Anyway, I love this hotel. I'm there last night. There's like in the Midwest, like everyone's drinking all the time. Like if you order a Bloody Mary, like my friend ordered a Bloody Mary at lunch and they give you a beer too. Like it's like a beer chaser. So
Oh,
like you
wow.
always are walking around with 2
Oh.
drinks. So anyway, this girl is like at the hotel at 11 p.m. when I get in from my set, and she's got her 8-year-old there and he's running around. And this is like, really late at night. I'm
In
like
a bar.
In a bar, but it's like the hotel bar. And she came up and talked to me. She's like, "Oh, can I get your picture?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm from Chicago, but I party in Milwaukee. It's so much better here." And I was like, "Really? Milwaukee's better than Chicago?" And she's like, "Yeah, well, they don't let kids into bars in Chicago." But that is very Midwest. Like, so she was just out on the town for the night in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
She drove an hour and a half.
Wow.
If you go to rehab,
But it
that's
was
like
a
the
nice
first
place.
question they ask you. Have you ever driven an hour and a half from a really cool metropolitan area to a much less cool place
Yeah.
just so your child could run around the bar?
Because it's lawless there.
But anyway, I had a really good time in the Midwest. It was freezing, it was snowing, and I just actually got back like 45 minutes ago.
What?
Well, no, I like landed, put on
You
makeup.
landed like this?
No,
You
I
look
put on
amazing.
makeup.
But you look like
Well, thank you.
This
Really
is why I
great.
married her. This
Yeah.
is why she never shows up at the airport in less than full glam makeup. And that was something that I asked
That is
for.
not true.
It's in our prenup. I asked for that.
But Moshe picked me up at the airport today, and he was like, "I think we're done with this." Like, he's like, "I don't think we're this."
oh, the picking up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the last
but it
one.
was Burbank.
Today was the last one.
That's so close.
Yeah.
Pick her up.
I did
That's what
pick her
I'm
up.
saying.
yeah.
I did. I got
Okay,
there
but-
at 2:10 when she said for me to get there. She got in the car at 3:02.
No, it was 2:40.
No, it was
It was
not.
2:41.
It was 2:47. I did 3:02
Not
for
my
comedic.
fault.
I did.
No,
it's not your fault.
the plane.
No, I'm not blaming her.
You're
Yeah.
lucky I landed alive. A Delta flight just landed.
Flipped over in
I
your
know.
country.
Toronto. Oof.
You know what was funny is when I found this is how pathetically tied to the news cycle I am. When I found out it was Canada, I was like, damn. I wanted it to be another ding on the administration.
Oh.
That's
Why?
bad.
He would just, yeah.
Yeah, what?
But it came from Minnesota.
There we go.
So isn't that something?
You know what they like in Minnesota?
Yo, you're trying to eat more cheese curds.
Squeaky ass cheese.
Don't put them on the floor, honey. These are like imported.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
She brought them from Milwaukee.
these are
The
Malcor's.
Cheese Castle. I don't get to go there that
Wait,
much.
why have you been to the Cheese Castle?
I went because I did Milwaukee with Ronnie Chang, and then we
Okay.
stopped in the Cheese Castle because Ronnie's wife loves to do activities, and we stopped in there.
I was there with my opener who loves to do activities.
Yeah, there
It's
has to be
important to have
someone,
somebody.
one person that loves activities, and then we're all like, okay,
And
but then-
pitches it.
Yes.
Because I would have like Googled how far away it was from my hotel and been like, I'm not doing this.
But let me throw an
Exactly.
But
addendum
then I
in.
went and it was fun.
Yeah,
Let me throw an addendum in. Yes to a person who wants to do activities,
okay.
but no to a person that wants to do activities and you are expected to do them as well. Like you have to
Kind
be
of
able to say no
unspoken.
thank you.
She's not going to tell Ronnie's wife that
That's
they're
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying.
come.
When you, especially when you're opening for somebody, you're kind of like, yeah, I'd love to do a cheese castle.
No, she's very chill where she's like, you can come or not. I'm going to go regardless, which is so cool.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
a question for both
I
of you.
just mean in general, when you're all in a small town, I
Yes.
feel like I want to just hang out with everyone I'm there with.
Yeah.
Would you rather open for someone who expects you to do things you don't want to do or who ignores you the entire time and isn't really friendly to you?
I hate when I'm ignored. Then
Yeah.
I'm just in the hotel alone.
I kind of like hotel alone time though.
Oh, that's what I do.
Hotel alone is cool.
I do that, but I got sick of it recently. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm single. I don't know.
But you know what? I do think it's the difference between a good trip and a bad trip. Like I do feel I had so much more fun because I had family there, so I was like doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's like when you just like hole up in your hotel, it's kind of depressing.
You ever
You're not
go
like
ahead.
experiencing a place.
Yeah,
you know?
like it's nice, but I'm still glad I did something when I do it.
Do you
so.
troll for mushing when you're on the road?
Wait, what is
I
that?
Do you ever?
Are you like trying to talk like you're young today,
Yeah,
Moshe?
yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. I
Wait,
mean,
what
that's
slang
what
is this?
I made it up in real time, and I thought it felt good.
It's gonna catch on.
Yeah.
I mean, does she try to go
Well,
on
you're
stage
single.
and fuck
Yeah.
people after the show?
Well, I was gonna get there. Like, A, have you ever mushed a fan? But also, B, are you like on apps when you're on the road looking for people to
and
date?
C, you don't have to answer.
No. I will answer, and I feel like as a female comedian, I feel like the fans are not.
No.
I don't want.
Yeah, no,
I don't
never.
want. I don't.
At a
want.
Ronnie Chang show, they're kind of sophisticated. I feel like he wears suits.
Yeah, that's true. But
I don't think I would a fan.
No, they're more focused on Ronnie. They're trying to.
Yeah.
They're trying to mush Ronnie.
Right, mushing Ronnie.
Yeah.
That's a book that someone should write for sure.
They're not trying to mush me. I just get out of the way. Really.
Can
I
I
want
just-
someone who finds out I'm a comedian, comes and sees me, and then is
What?
like
What do you
really
mean?
into me.
What? No, you don't. You're a married woman. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, like
She's young and
if-
single. That's
and
why.
then my husband picks me up at the airport.
Disheveled,
I want
no
it all.
makeup. Yeah. Did you hook
says
up?
you can't do it all.
Real question. Did you hook up with somebody this weekend? No. No, it's not a gotcha question.
No,
I'm
no.
genuinely curious.
No,
I have a very open mind about this.
I know you do, but I could see like a little buck in Milwaukee, like a younger guy who
Yeah.
was like maybe a farm boy but was
Chopping-
going to college.
Chef Malcor, by any chance? Chef Malcor, the inventor of the squeaky cheese?
I'm surprised you liked that, Moshe. They actually had horseradish kind I was going to buy
Ooh,
you.
that sounds real
They had
good.
every
Ooh.
single kind of cheese curd, but I was like, our kid won't eat horseradish, and I don't want them to go to waste because Moshe might think this is all disgusting.
Andrea, question. You moved from China to Canada to America.
Yeah, so much.
Do you ever think you bet on the wrong horse?
With America?
Yeah, like at the time, I'm sure it felt like a good idea.
She's probably got citizenship in 3 places.
No, that's real. I'm just saying China does seem like they've been kicking back with their feet up, just like we are going to take over. We've won.
That's true.
But you came to the horse that felt like it was in the lead of the race, but then now it's kind of like, maybe China would have been.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just did. My family took me to Canada, and I'm like, okay. And then there's more money here. There was like no more money in Canada.
Yeah.
I maxed out all the money, and then I came here. So then now I'm just following
The money.
direction and money and family. Like
I'm
there's
sa-
nothing in my head. Really.
I'm saying the money's going back to China. I'm saying this if you follow the money, it does feel like eventually it's going back
they
to
won't
China.
like me there.
No.
She's not after world dominance. She's just
After
trying
money.
to like hang. I mean,
I am after money, and I do want some power.
Okay, sorry, I misread you.
A little power.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hear you. You deserve it.
Like enough to just be a little scary when I say something.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh, I keep forgetting that.
To be a bitch?
Yeah.
No, you don't, honey. Don't ever say that about yourself. That's not true.
No, to you I am, but like I like that.
To
like
the world.
Yeah, just making people have a little bit of fear. I feel like I'm always like making sure everyone feels okay.
Me too. Nobody is scared of me. I want like a few people, like a small group to be scared of me. You know? Like a tiny, just fringe group of people.
Oh, I like that. Yes, we need to cultivate our group.
Yeah.
That
I feel like
because I don't
both
want
of
my
you.
kid to be afraid of me.
I feel like both of you could inspire fear in people, and probably do. You're both very like confident, hilarious women. Like I'm sure there's like a sort of bearded incel out there that finds you both very intimidating.
I'm sure I'm intimidating to like random fans.
Yeah. See, there you go.
That's true. Sometimes people, when they come up to me, they're like, "Oh, I was so scared to come up." I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
Just come. It's fine."
But I want the people like, who I hire to work for me to be afraid of me a little.
Oh, you want Laura to be afraid of you? Oh, just say that. She's right there.
Do you have any more questions?
Well, I want men to be afraid. I want the men I date to be afraid of me.
You
Men
seem
I
like
date
you-
are not afraid of me.
Oh no.
that you need that at first.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
when you
have
get
that.
married, you don't have to do that.
Then it's
You manipulate them in
fine.
other ways.
What are the men that you date? What are they all about? What are they like?
they're not scared of me at all. They're just kind of like, oh, whatever. She'll be there.
You know how you can get a guy to be afraid of you from the beginning is just start front loading the conversation about marriage almost from date one.
But that's like
They'll be so
they'll
scared
run away.
they won't be there anymore. You
I
want them to stay.
someone that stays and then they're afraid.
Mm.
You know?
Okay, what are your thoughts on not texting people back? Do you not do that?
I never do that. I always text people. That's not true, actually. I don't text people back a lot, but that's if I'm not that interested in them.
It's always true.
Yeah.
But would you ever not text someone you're interested in just to kind of like be an aloof?
I can't
busy?
do that. I don't know how to do that. It's
That's
like
what you
there's
should do.
something but
If you want them to be afraid of you.
then I'll be scared that they won't. They'll find someone else because I didn't text them back.
Well, now
That's not how they work.
we've gotten to
No?
we gotten to the root of the problem. Of course, they're not scared of you. You're scared of them leaving.
Oh no.
The whole
Moshe.
no, the whole power
That's
dynamic is gone.
true.
Obviously, they're not scared of you because you come in like, don't go.
Yeah.
If you come in like, go, bitch. Nobody needs your fucking bitch ass around
But
here.
I am secretly scared of them, the bitch ass leaving.
Yeah, you gotta get. You are the bitch
I want
ass.
their bitch ass to stay.
Yeah, their bitch ass.
You know, it might not even know them good enough. You might not want them to stay. So, you want them to stay long enough for you to like get to know them more too, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. The women that I've been afraid of have all been mean and abusive. And then you kind of chase after them and you're like, more. They do this thing. And I think men probably do this too. They do this thing where they go, they turn on the tap. Like when you're like, I've got too much dignity for this. I'm leaving. Then the tap comes on. You look, you go, oh, that water is so delicious. I'm going back towards it. And then it like immediately as you get to the spigot, it's gone again.
Oh my God, why is this such a game?
But I'm not saying you have to play a game. I think you'll meet someone who is like you.
No, I think I have to play a game. I think it has to be a game.
You can see how it works.
Because it's not been working. I've been myself my whole life, and I'm not.
You've gotten complaints.
I've gotten. It's all been failed relationships.
But that's just every relationship has failed until one that isn't, and even that one can fail.
Yeah, well, I haven't. I need to start playing games. Is my problem.
And then here's what you do: keep a diary, and then sell it as a book in a year.
No, but sometimes I'm like scribbling just insane shit. That's just like over and over. I'm just like, oh, I'm sad, haha. Like nobody would read
Your book is.
like nobody would read this.
Honestly, though, that does seem like where the publishing industry is going anyway. Like people's attention spans are so short. I think this is a bestseller. Just I'm sad. Why isn't he scared? His bitch ass left.
Yeah, I'm sad. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm like writing. Ha 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 ha.
Well, you have a beautiful, naive sweetness to you, and I think you are going to meet the person of your dreams.
Thank you.
And at the very least, you're a perfect match.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope so.
There's
We'll
nothing
see.
more.
Tell you're too charming.
There's nothing
I
more
like that you're
intimidating.
yourself.
We'll
There's nothing more
see.
intimidating than beautiful, naive sweetness. That scares.
Okay.
Will scare a man
But then
away.
I think the men I like, they see that and then they step on it.
Yeah.
I think it's my issue is I pick the ones that are gonna step on my head.
It always is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
always.
Sometimes you get lucky when you're young, like you get a type in your head, and like for me, my dad was kind of brutish a little bit, so I was always like, I need to have someone who's like extremely intelligent. Like I was like, that was one of my only requirements. So it's like I kind of got lucky, like
because you got like a 10 and a brilliant 10.
well,
Because you landed on a brilliant 10.
that I'm not saying that you don't look for intelligence, but I was just talking to my friend about this, and she like only likes like the hottest guys, like
That's weird to me.
Yeah, and like she's hot, but like she only likes like, and she's like, no, this guy's not that hot, and it's like he's on the side of a bus. Like this is like a man who's like, what, Moshe?
You like hot guys too, though, right? That's something that
Natasha's
you like as well.
not interested. I'm not interested in hot.
She's like, in some ways, ugly is better.
I've never invested in hot ever.
She's like, for long term, I'm gonna go with straight up uggo. That's good.
I'm just saying, if that's like one of the main things you're looking for, sometimes you can like look for better qualities in people. That's all.
Do you have a different quality? You date women too. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have a different quality that you look for in the women you date than the men you? Or are they all the same kind of?
Interesting.
It's way different.
Yeah.
With women, I always want like very hot, very girly, very like Instagram model type.
That's so funny. That's not important to me at all. Hotness in a woman. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, that's weird because you married Natasha.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer. Every time I look at her, I'm like, you're beautiful.
Oh wait, I want to hear more about this. So you like girls who are like and young,
and it's terrible because they want me to chase them, and I don't want to.
And you're one of so many people chasing them. Probably.
Yes, and I want
they want to be pursued.
Chased.
Right.
I want to be pursued, and so
it feels good.
Doesn't work. Yeah, it feels great.
I like it.
Every time I'm interested.
What is happening with you on the road? You have to stop going on the road.
Connecting with her as a woman.
I love it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And remembering what it was like.
In Milwaukee this weekend.
Yeah,
it's not about this weekend.
Which is the past. This weekend
Yes,
was the
this
past.
already happened.
Okay, so then do the men you date pursue you?
I would like that. But sometimes once it's happening, I'm and they're pulling away, then I'm like, oh no, what's happening? So I don't know. I need to just be alone, I think, for a while, which is fine. I'm okay with that.
There is something about the dynamics that we bring to a relationship that is so interesting. Like it's so about you and not about them ever. Like you pick the person because they will pull away.
Yeah.
They don't just happen to pull away. You find pull awayers,
Yeah.
And then it's funny that you're dating the same women that you are. You're dating the woman that wants you to chase them, but you want, man, it's tough out there. I'm so glad I'm not single.
I know. Yeah.
Our daughter told us the other day, she's like, because we were like, how some people, they are together, two women are together, and some people, a man and a woman. And she's like, she's 6, and she's like, oh, I already know what I am.
Right.
And we were like, okay. She's like, I'm going to marry a man.
Oh.
And I was like, okay.
We were like
She
rats.
knows herself.
We were like rats. Not good.
But she's surrounded by people who aren't exactly like, so yeah, I thought that was interesting.
That's interesting.
She knows, she's a very self-possessed 6-year-old. She's always really known what she is and who she is. Yeah.
Well,
and we
listen.
also don't allow her, like she was like, wanted to talk about like gender differences, and we said we don't discuss that in this house, and then we showed her a picture of Trump. So like that's sort of our line, we say Trump, and she has to recite like an allegiance to Trump in the morning and stuff like that.
Our kid is so cool that she somehow like hates Trump, and we never talked to her about
We
it.
never mentioned him. Yeah, we never brought him up.
Well,
It's the vibes here.
Yeah, it's the wallpaper.
Yeah, because here I'm like, this is not a Trump household.
No,
I
no.
can tell.
okay, well, listen, we have people waiting to talk to you and impart some of your wisdom and experience and humor. Can we?
You can give real advice. You can make fun of
I
these
would love
people.
that,
You can do
yeah.
anything you want. with
Also,
these-
can I just say I love your relationship? I've always,
Oh, really?
yeah, I've always
doesn't
thought
seem
this.
like-
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
feel it from the inside.
I've always felt this, and
Like you'd like something. Would you like to date a comedian?
I did, and it didn't work out.
Okay.
But that's
which,
why.
Which one? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Did they tell you
Canadian.
to not talk about them on stage?
They got mad before because everybody knew I was dating him, but I basically was like, no, I'm still going to.
You have to. It's the moneymaker. It's the moneymaker.
I'm like, you need to simmer down. Like, you stop.
This is
I'm
what
gonna
I
keep
say.
going.
I always say this because Natasha gets very worried about doing jokes about our kid on stage. And I'm like, it's just her bad luck to be born to two comedians. Like, it's not an option to not do observational humor about the main person living in your... it isn't a choice. It's like, your parents are comedians.
Yes, it is.
It's not. No, I disagree.
It's like the same as when people post their kid on Instagram and online and stuff. I guess everybody has a different stance on it, but...
I think what's cool is posting a lot of pictures of your kid online, but always covering their face. I think that's a cool look. That's cool. But like, you know what I'm saying? Making both choices. I'm going to do it a lot, but I'm going to cover it. I think that's a cool look.
Okay, well, listen, let's call Michaela in Seattle.
Oh, so close to your old home.
Yeah. I don't like Seattle, though. But
Hi, Michaela. Oh,
Hi.
yeah, there
Hi,
you are.
Michaela.
Straight from the goth torture chamber. Yeah.
It's Natasha, Moshe, and Andrea Jin. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're great. We're great. Andrea, how you doing?
Hello. I'm good.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
doing good.
Have you ever seen Andrea do stand-up? She's one of the funniest people. You should do that.
I haven't, but I'll follow her.
You should
Thank
follow her.
you.
She's worth a follow. Actually, she's worth being chased.
Please chase me.
Yeah, chase her.
Yeah. Work for the follow.
So, Michaela, how can we help you?
Okay, so I'm going through a breakup. So it's pretty like general breakup advice, I guess. It's been like a month now. In the beginning, it was like a year and a half we dated. It's like it was like pretty much the only long-term relationship I've been in. It was really good in the beginning, and I would say after like the 6 month or like maybe 7 or 8 month mark, we just kind of stopped like having as much sex. And I had gone through a lot in the last year. Like my mom died, both my grandmas died, and some other stuff. And so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but we just kind of like still got along really well and like we're good friends, but that part never really like went back to normal, I guess. And so when we broke up, he told me that he was no longer drawn to me sexually and that he would
That's
rather
nice.
Yeah, it was really unnecessary too because we had already broken up. And
That is so rude. I hate it.
Yeah. That was kind of like a theme in our relationship, was being like unnecessarily honest all of the time. Like
You
telling
mean
me things like,
a theme from him, a unilateral theme.
yeah,
Okay.
it was just like very unnecessarily honest all the time about things I really didn't need to know. So yeah, he said that, and then he also said that he would rather have variety in his sex life than to try and make things work between us. So needless to say, I'm feeling pretty bad about that and like rejected. I've never been like so brutally just like sexually rejected by someone like that. So I'm just feeling like I need to move on and like learn how to like feel myself again, I guess is the question.
Well, first of all, he could have been doing that on purpose too. You don't know.
1,000%.
Doing what on purpose?
Well, just trying to kind of demean you a little bit before he left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Mental games.
It's a
Yeah, and
grenade.
he might have been. Someone was cruel to him. Maybe, I don't know.
A grenade tosser. That was the phrase that came into my mind as you were saying it. He was like grabbing the pin out of the grenade and tossing it back into his former relationship to like blow it up and make you hurt more than he was hurting as he exited. Like, I mean,
So this isn't true. You know?
to put himself above you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that kind of cruelty, I know it's like so easy for me to say, but it's so obviously about the person delivering it that you shouldn't take it personally because it's about a broken man, not about like, if you thought it had to do with you not being desirable sexually, I mean, like, if that's psycho. Like, that's psycho behavior. Even if I felt that way about a person, I would go like, oh, of course I want you so much, but I must move on. Like, it's totally about that guy and not about you at all.
Yeah. He had been in like 6 or 7 one-year relationships that all ended because he, like, this is sort of a theme. So I kind of took that risk because he was sober now, and like all the relationships he had before, he was not. And so I thought maybe different because he was sober.
How old is he?
35.
5. Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's a crazy coincidence that all 8 of you women became that unfuckable, like in a row. You know what I mean? Became totally devoid of sexual desirousness.
Listen, he sounds hot. I get it.
He's probably hot. Yeah.
He's probably. I'm sensing some sort of artist, musician, dirtbag type. I get it. You know, bohemian. Am I
Not really bohemian, but yeah, an artist.
I'm using it. Yeah, okay, I'm just using it in a very loose sense. He's not like trying to start a family.
I just think it's like from where I'm sitting with no emotional attachment to it. I mean, obviously I don't like the guy, but I don't know him. You know, like it's so easy to say, but it's so obvious from where all of us are sitting. Like, you cannot take this personally because it really is not about how hot or sexually desirable you are.
I hate him.
Oh, he's awful.
So much.
Yeah.
But your question was, how do you get back into yourself again?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's just it's it's February, it's winter in Seattle. It's like
you live on the set of Saw. Like there's a lot going against you.
I'm in a loft.
Yeah. No, I definitely see that.
Okay. I have one bit of advice. I don't know if you're doing this, but I wouldn't like commiserate with all of his exes and like be like,
no.
Yeah, like don't like. I just think like you just want to move on from him. You know, like you don't want to be in his world. Don't you think she can like block?
Yeah.
Just kind of get away from it.
I blocked already. Yeah, I'm honestly like after a little bit of reflection, I really don't feel like I don't really have feelings towards him. Like I'm not hung up on him at all. It's more so just like it was so mean and like not really feeling great about myself.
It's the grenade that he tossed. I mean, yeah, you feel wounded because he literally tossed a grenade in your life as he walked out the door. I mean,
but she's so cute. And I think that you should get back and date, but I'm like, you should give yourself an amount of time, you know, like, I don't really know what it is though, but it seems like, I don't know, 6 weeks was coming to mind or something like, and then like, then you're just going to be so busy and you're going to find someone else really cool. But it's kind of cool to take that. I remember before I met Moshe, I was like, I'm going to take 8 months off.
Oh, 8 months?
At least.
So specific.
Well, it's specific because I never would take any time to myself. I would always go from like boyfriend to boyfriend. I did
that.
You know?
I do that too.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to not do that. You know.
And
I usually do the opposite, where I like after something ends, I like will take years off and just like become, I don't know, like sexually anorexic. So I feel like maybe I should do something different this time and
maybe do so many dates that it's like exhausting and overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna clean up on there. Just don't have any pictures of that background.
It
that'd
looks
be scary.
worse than it actually is.
I mean, the truth is, we could say you're beautiful, but that's which is true, but it's not. That's not the point here. Right. The point is like, you know, knowing what happened. Nothing real was said to you. I mean, nothing like that has anything to do with your value was said. What he was revealing was actually his value, his self-esteem, like the idea that
his character.
Yeah, the idea that you want to diminish your partner as you leave for no other reason but to leave her. Or
it's insane.
It's an insane. Yeah, in many ways.
Because it makes her less like he's leaving her with like. Anyway, sorry.
Well, no, it's just very psychologically transparent, and that guy probably does not feel worthy, and so he's like, "I'm going to hurt." You know, they say.
But who cares what he thinks?
No.
Yes.
I agree. In fact, this is very difficult to synthesize. It's a beautiful, lucky thing that he did that. You could have wasted so much more time attempting to love that psychopath, but he gave you like this like gift, like never come back here and know that I am an animal and a piece of shit, and this was a mistaken path to go down. And if you can get in that truth, I feel like there's a great deal of freedom there.
So true.
Andrea?
So true. No, you said it.
Hey,
yeah.
I think you should get go get laid. Get laid.
Date so many people and then work on yourself. Like when I'm going through breakups, I just do a bunch. I just stack my routines.
Like tell us a day.
Oh my God. It's exhausting. I have to do so much for skincare and then hair, and then I oil my hair, and then I oil it for so long, and then I have to stimulate it for a really long time too, for like 20 minutes. Yeah, because I'm on hair TikTok. And so, yeah.
I'm a hairstylist. I'm in my salon right now.
Oh, okay. All right. This is making more sense.
You do have cute hair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so,
okay,
and then
so
I
you do
work
the hair.
out.
Okay.
And then I eat protein. And then and then it's just.
Do you like make a bunch of plans with people? Are you like, okay, at 11 o'clock we're gonna meet for a
Yes.
walk?
I'm stacking plans.
Okay.
It's exhausting. And then at the end of the night, I pass out.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, do that. And then eventually you won't care anymore. If you keep doing that, you just.
But
Yeah.
I think also being aware of your patterns and that you don't want to repeat them. Because like you just said, oh, this is what I do. I usually then go off into a 2-year dry spell where I'm like, I basically, maybe you become a hermit or I don't know, but be aware of what that is and try to not repeat it. That's why it's like, give yourself the right schedule. Maybe in 3 weeks, you start your online profile, you and a friend do it together and get it out there and start just going on some dates.
Yeah, because it sounds like you gave this one person too much power and you need to just disperse that. I mean, like take the power back for yourself, but then just date so many people that you're like, well, nobody has any power over me.
Go on the apps and use the phrase "I want to be worshipped" and see what kind of creatures crawl out of the muck. You're gonna find the right guy. Imagine this, Michaela. Let's do a thought exercise. I'm your girlfriend. Okay, I'm your friend. We went to college together. We've lost touch, but I get in touch with him. Like, I'm really sad because I was dating this guy and we're dating and then he broke up with me. But then the last thing he said after we broke up was, I'm not sexually attracted to you anymore at all. And that was the last thing he said. What are you thinking? Are you thinking, oh my God, my old girlfriend has gotten so sexually like devoid of any desirability? Or are you thinking, oh my God, my friend dated a piece of shit?
Yeah, the latter.
Yeah, so the idea that you would extend a courtesy to a friend that you won't extend to yourself is it's wrong. It has nothing to do with you, that fucking piece of shit. That's what he is, a piece of shit. Nothing to do with how hot and desirable you are.
Yeah.
Put the words pussy worship in your dating profile and find out how desirable you are.
And I'll go kill that guy.
Yeah, we'll all
I'll
kill
go
him.
kill that
Okay.
guy.
And wait,
Sounds
one more tip.
We'll string him up at the salon.
Andrea's not going to agree with me probably, but I feel like you should never repeat that again to anyone that you're sexually interested in, just because it brings your morale down and you just never want to put anything like that in someone else's head, and people don't know you very well and they're like, oh, maybe the guy thought, I don't know. I just don't repeat it, I guess. I know that's manipulative.
Oh, don't repeat what he said to me when he broke up with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At dates and stuff.
No, I hear what you're saying.
and
It's like-
don't talk about him at all. Don't say he was an asshole.
I agree. Yeah.
I was wounded the last time because a guy said this. It doesn't mean the person listening to that isn't going to think, oh, I didn't know you weren't desirable. What it means is, oh, she's been wounded in this way. So there's a part of me that
and
agrees.
she's hung
Yeah.
up on him or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
Let's hang him up.
that's why you
on the
need
rafters.
to. That's
Yes,
why you
I'll
need to
do
take
it.
a little,
Yeah.
a little bit more time before you maybe start dating. Get it out of your system, and then you can do it. But you're gonna do great, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
All
like
right, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Good
You're
luck.
awesome. We all agree. You're the desirable one. That's what's so funny.
You guys are starting to get violent. So.
No. But what's so funny is the description of the man you have given us is so undesirable.
Yeah.
He's such an
sounds gross.
undesirable person that no one would ever want to date or have sex with.
Yeah.
He's telling on himself. He's like, I have no sexual value because all I do is emotional violence with the women that I date.
Yes.
So he's the one.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay, good
Bye.
luck. You're awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Moshe, you have it's weird because you're from the Bay Area, but you do the Midwestern goodbye.
What do I do? Oh, never
That's
let him
true.
go. Never let him go.
Yes. Yeah.
You know why?
It's very Midwestern.
Well, you know why?
It is.
Why?
Part of it is that I'm in love with the sound of my own voice, but part of it is that
And then I'm a man. No, I'm just kidding.
the deaf goodbye. I do not desire you sexually. The part of it is that the deaf goodbye is much more hardcore than the Midwest goodbye.
Oh, the deaf goodbye? They never go away?
It is
But
famously.
you're not deaf and you're not.
But
you're
I was
not
raised
doing
in that.
ASL.
I'm raised in that culture.
Wait,
I
what's that?
They never say goodbye. They say goodbye an hour and a half before the person actually leaves. The goodbye starts in the living room. They talk for about 40 minutes. They move to the kitchen. They talk for another 20 minutes. They open the door. They walk into the yard, talk for 15 minutes, get to the gate, talk for 25 more minutes.
Are those exact amounts?
No, those are not exact amounts. Not like 8 months that I'm
That
going to
would
give
drive me
myself up.
crazy.
Yeah, what's your goodbye?
I don't say anything. I leave.
French
you're out.
exit, girl.
Yeah. I just kind of just like I wave from the distance so nobody comes to talk to me. I'm too far.
You're like,
I'm
I
too
want-
far.
Or you can text right after.
Yeah.
Disappear and then be like, oh my God, I looked for you.
Yeah.
But do it like 45
Or
minutes after you leave.
I pretend I'm still there. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
that's
yeah, I'll be
funny.
like, I'm eating chips.
This party's
know?
this party's great. I'm mushing someone in the bathroom.
Mushing someone. It's I'm so busy.
By the way, you dismissed mushing as a slang term, but Andrea started using it with real fluency almost immediately after I said
Honey,
it.
you're good with words.
Thank
okay.
you.
We are going to call Catherine.
Wait, was that a real mistake?
Well, it's spelled wrong. She's spelling it Catherine.
that was real?
She's spelling it Catherine.
Were you being funny or was that real?
I was being funny. And by the way, I need Lactaid now. I've been in the Midwest for 3 days. I can't talk. My voice has changed. It's Catherine in Telluride. But
right.
she does spell it like Catherine.
Andrew, you been to
Catherine.
Telluride?
What is that?
It's one of the most beautiful
Snow.
places on earth. One of
The
the most
mountains.
gorgeous,
Is it
unbelievable places
in the
on earth.
Midwest.
Denver.
It's in Colorado.
Oh.
Hey, Catherine.
Catherine,
Hello, how's it
She's
going?
like, it's Catherine.
you live in Telluride?
I do, yes.
You are lucky. You know, once we were in Telluride. You remember this, Natasha?
We were skiing.
We were not. Well, we did
that's
ski
when
in
Moshe
Telluride.
got altitude sickness.
I got altitude sickness in Telluride and
Oh.
puked all the way down the mountain.
Oh my God.
But also another time we were in Telluride and we were camping on a friend's land. It's up in the mountains above Telluride. Yes.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you get ick when you got altitude sickness?
Like, was she turned off?
yeah,
Well, it was just funny that he.
because you made a face.
Well,
Catherine, hold on a second. We're just getting to know each other. Yeah.
he was just like we were there for like 4 days. We had this like cool apartment.
We're doing
and then
a comedy
like
festival.
the second we took like 45 minutes into our first ski lesson, he's like shaking on the hill, like turning green. And I'm just like, what? And then the whole weekend I had to nurse him with our daughter, and I had to like keep
Yeah, she nursed
walking.
our daughter and me at the
Moshe
same time.
was just
I was
shivering.
suckling one nipple just to get that
Well,
mother's
I
milk.
Had, I had a kid. I was watching. I was
Yeah.
like a new mom, and then he's shivering in the bed.
It was a lot.
Like needing like soups and like Gatorade and 7-Up.
You know, it's so funny
and
because you got
food.
altitude poisoning as well once in Idlewild, which
That's
is
true.
much lower
but it's more
elevation than
feminine
Telluride.
to get altitude
yeah,
sickness.
because
Oh.
I'm weak. You know, I'm like, yeah. It's kind of hot. You know, yeah.
Well, speaking of
'Cause
being
it's
weak,
like, oh, look at how
that is
you
funny.
know,
That is true.
helpless I am.
It's like classic. It's like, oh, she has consumption.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of being weak, the other time we went to Telluride was in the summer, Catherine, and we were camping on a friend's land, but it was like private land, and there was like a real man that like watched the land, and he rolled up to us in the morning like with a gun, and was like clearly like, who the fuck are you? Why are you here? And I was so scared that I took my hand and I put it out the door of my RV with a Colorado like a travel tourist guide, like as if to say I'm just a
Yeah.
an undangerous tourist here.
I have nothing.
I've got
Yeah.
nothing but this guide of Colorado. And then he was cool, but he told us there were bears there and that we should move. You remember that, Tosh?
That must be a local trick. Just
Yeah.
anyone you don't want there.
Oh, right.
You're like,
We got bears.
There's bears here, just so you know. Anyway, enough about us.
well, there are bears.
I
Yeah.
know. But we try
And
to block
I
it out of our
discovered
minds.
the podcast because you guys came to Telluride Comedy Fest.
That
So,
was it. That was when I got sick.
Yeah.
You were there. You made
was
me
there.
sick.
Could you
Yeah.
tell Moshe was sick?
No, I wasn't sick when I performed. It was the next day
Oh.
when
Our first free day.
our first
And
free
we
day.
were going to be there for like a week or something.
You think I was happy about it? I wanted to do improv that night. Did you go to the
And
improv show?
I listened to the podcast to hear you riff on Telluride and tell your story. And I've been a fan ever since.
Well, there you go. We're glad to have you.
So how can we help you?
So I just started seeing this guy, and I've been really trying to figure out the right time to tell him that I'm taking semaglutide, the active ingredient in Ozempic,
Okay.
because like first date is it's a lot, but then you get to a certain point where I'm like seeing friends, and I've been on it for a year. I've lost almost more than 50 pounds, and people are starting to notice. And so like,
You don't want to feel like you're saying, I did it all through, I just ate avocados and Pilates.
It's all Telluride lifestyle, baby.
all that skiing. No, I just like, I keep struggling with when to tell him because I don't want it. It's not a secret. I've told a lot of people. But
I think you're going to say what I'm going to say. Andrea, yes?
Yes, my question, I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Why is this something? I don't know what medication Natasha's on, and I'm married to her.
Yeah.
Well, I also, it's weed. I also think that you should take things like, I think if it could help someone, if you have a friend who needs to lose weight, you know, in those situations, I would tell them. But like,
and that's why I've
you're
been open
dating,
about
why
it.
do you have to tell them? I think if they ask you, you can say yes.
I think it's healthy to have secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Too,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning, but even in a forever situation.
Well, just let me tell you this, Catherine. If I was dating a woman and I'm like, we date for a few months, and then one day I go into her bathroom, I open up the cabinet and I see semaglutide in there. I'm not grabbing the bottle and running in the bedroom like, what is this? Why didn't you tell me? You're on semaglutide?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Who the fuck are you?
And who were you? I just don't care. Like, I don't feel like that's
you
not
feel like you're betraying someone because it's really changed your life, and
Yes, in a good way. And I've been open about it with a lot of other people in my life. So the dilemma is, at what point if I do tell him, then is it like, oh, I hid something?
Oh, I know. At what point do you
love the hand wave, Natasha?
At what point do you define yourself as someone who's on semaglutides?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who cares?
Yeah, who
Yeah,
cares?
it doesn't matter.
It was a great. It was. I mean, but you know, it's awesome. It's great. You should constantly be trying to figure out how to take less all the time. You know.
Yeah, and I've tapered. I've hit my goal, and I'm tapering off of it.
Yeah.
So
By the way, I'll be honest. This is a confession because I've been on like low doses of fentanyl for a long time. I've never told Natasha until this moment. I'm a fentanyl addict, you know. So it's like, who cares? No, but this is not like that. Yeah, if you were on an antipsychotic, I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, I could see getting close enough to a person where you go, here's the real me. But this is a maintenance drug that it's just, I don't see it.
It's like if I was taking a supplement or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
That's how it feels.
I don't need to tell him I'm taking vitamin D.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine a man ever going, thank you for telling me.
No, but I think it's no, because here's the thing. When I was on Ozempic for a short amount of time, and I lost my butt. I hated how it looked, and like I just like it just didn't really. I wanted to like lose 5 pounds, and then I was like, that was dumb. So anyway, the point is, I did not eat anything. So it was weird. And all my friends were like, you're not eating. Like, you literally will like have a piece of pizza and you'll like take one bite of the tip and then you're like, I'm full. and then you don't eat for like 20 more hours.
They call those
semaglutide
nibbles.
So Ozempic Nibbles.
The Ozempic nibbles.
So listen, if it's weird when you're eating and stuff, like maybe you should tell him if you feel like you're lying, but you have to think about like why you want to tell him this so bad. And it's like, I don't know. It just seems.
It would, if you ever did tell him, the degree to which this like raises the question, are you on semaglutides? Like it should always be, if you ever tell him, it should be something like, if he's like, oh, you don't eat very much. Are you not hungry? No, I'm on semaglutides. That's as much power as this revelation should get. Oh, yeah, no, I'm on semaglutide. You know Ozempic? Yeah, I do that. Like, no one is going like, no one will feel betrayed.
Listen, get off Ozempic, start eating cheese curds again.
Does it give you low energy, Ozempic?
Ask Catherine.
Yes, very low energy.
Okay.
Once I had nausea in the morning, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this.
But, you know, I had a bad foot injury and struggled with my weight and gained a lot of weight, and it helped me get back to where I was.
You said you lost 50 pounds, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a real change.
That's
and
amazing, yeah.
That's
and
so cool.
The other challenge is I'm out in public and people are like, what have you done? And I'm like, oh.
Well, that's a good question. Like, because I think she needs a joke answer for that. Like, everyone she sees from old friends, it's like, because I wouldn't want to be like, I'm on Ozempic. Yeah. You know, like just telling everyone, like, because you're right. You want some mystery.
Yeah, say cancer. Like, you know.
Or like I've been fighting these bears.
Oh, yeah. To tell you right, bears. I mean, honestly.
Oh, I know. thank you. You look great too. Then pivot. How's Denise?
Oh yeah, how is Denise, by the way?
As much as you can pivot. Oh, thank you. Like when I often tell people they look good, and they're like, "Thank you."
I'm telling you,
they're not like, what have you done?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I have
I
been
showered. That's what everybody says. I showered. Oh, just do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I just washed my hair today. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have been open about it with women because I think I know other women have struggled with their weight too. But yeah, I guess the male component that's a good perspective, Moshe.
From a male perspective, nothing about this is naughty, is weird, I mean, listen, everybody's got their own journey with medications that they decide to take or not take. But I can't not imagine a man out there who's like, I just wish I'd known she was on semaglutides before. Like, I just don't see it.
It's like a man thinking he needs to tell you he's on Rogaine. Do you think a guy needs to tell you that?
That's a pretty good correlation.
Quite frankly,
Really good question.
I don't want to know.
Right.
It kind of seems lame.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, just like the tiniest bit. I'm like, okay, you're vain. You are losing your hair. Your dad probably lost his hair. Like, I'll start to think all these things.
I don't want to know till I am in love with you.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I can't leave
And
anymore.
then he stops taking it, and he's like, this is the real me. And
Oh, God.
I think Rogaine is a pretty good comparison because if it's working, let's say it's working, right? And a person's hair is growing. And by the way, last time we mentioned Rogaine on this podcast, I got a hair specialist to write me to make sure that I vociferously mentioned that you can have erectile dysfunction when you are taking the active ingredient in Rogaine.
Wait, really?
Well, that's why a woman would need to know you're on Rogaine.
Well, if you had the erectile dysfunction, I mean, you can look down and go, okay, this isn't working, right?
I have a friend on Rogaine, and
he's
I'm going to tell him this.
Soft as a marshmallow?
Right after. Well, I don't know what that situation is, but
well,
I'm going to tell him.
Apparently, it's one of the side effects. All medications have side effects, right? I mean, they all have side effects. But yeah, I think it's pretty similar. If it was working and you wouldn't notice, what would be the reason to say the reason I have nice hair is because I've been on this medication for 5 years? Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Oh, and start working out more. Because then everyone's going to be, then you can just start saying, like, maybe you'll actually fall in love with some.
I have been working out.
There you go.
Yeah. So maybe getting it the top of your game physically, like maybe make this a little time for yourself. Like, you should be praising yourself that you've done this. And,
hell yeah.
You know,
and
it
I'm
doesn't
super
work for
proud of
everybody.
it.
Yeah.
You should be. Or you should, whatever is true for you is true.
And just don't tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them. I don't see why.
To.
Don't keep it a secret. It's not secret worthy. It isn't secret worthy. It's just like another detail, you know?
Right.
Moshe, when we get old and I need to wear diapers, do you want to know?
What do you mean, do I want to know? I sleep in bed with you. You think I'll miss it somehow? Like,
Aw, do you think old people sleep in their diapers together?
yeah, they probably
That's
do.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably do. And
Do you
they
think
don't
they
care.
change each other?
I think you could still change your own diaper. It's just you just lose control of your bladder.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't think you understand the aging process. Eventually, one of you is going to... This is the truth about what we were talking about earlier. And Catherine, you can listen to this too. Is that in reality, even relationships, you're like, oh, none of them work. Then you find one that works, if you're lucky, and that one ends because somebody goes first.
Oh.
So but it's a true reality. Everything is temporary. Even your forever partner, you're not going to die simultaneously unless you engineer that, which feels like you've got that in you.
Yeah, can we? I had that. How did you know that was my idea? When you said that, I was like, not if I kill us both. Not if we just do it together.
Yeah. All right.
know?
That's a possibility.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, was this a little helpful?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You look great.
Thanks
Who
for
fucking
coming
cares?
on.
Your medication information is not his business.
Yes.
Just keep looking great and keep dating him. And
Just
fuck
do
him.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
You're
All
awesome.
right.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
See you in Telluride, I hope. I love
Yeah.
it there. I love it there.
I gotta go.
It's one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen in my life by a fair margin.
But it's like snowing. It's like that kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean,
And
I
then
guess they have spring.
Yes, they have spring and summer. And they just added fall.
Well, some of those places, spring and winter, it's snowing there because it's so high.
No,
I don't know.
Telluride is gorgeous in the summer. It's gorgeous in the winter. It's just...
I'm gonna go.
Colorado is awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
our profession is awesome. We get to see
I know.
every single... I mean, I've seen every state.
You got to get dicked down in Milwaukee this weekend.
Recently, yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Beef stick. You got the Milwaukee beef stick.
It was delicious. I wish you could try it. Do you like
I
beef
love
sticks?
a beef stick.
I'm gonna bring it to you because it's
Thank you.
I'm gonna get it to you before we leave because it's too spicy for my daughter because I know what she likes. There's one other one in the package. He won't eat beef.
It's just what we do here
I can't eat too, so I need to give it
on
to
the
you.
Endless Honeymoon podcast. We always leave our guests with a little beef stick or two.
I'm mad I didn't buy more cheese. It
Yeah,
was
I'm mad
so
too.
delicious.
Okay, listen, Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
We're at. Well, let's play a secret or two. How about one? We'll do one secret
Yeah.
and then we can say goodnight. And then
Oh,
maybe
right, I
you know
forgot
what?
we were doing that, sorry.
Let's do two, and one of them will be just for our Patreon listeners.
Okay, hi, Moshe and Natasha at the Secrets Honeymoon Hotline. Okay, I'm calling because I have been dating this guy who's kind of like discovering that he's bisexual. He's like hooked up with guys or whatever, and this and that. And I've like, kind of told my friends about it, and they're like, "Ooh, that sounds like risky. He's slutty, blah blah blah." And like, that's true, but like, I kind of don't care. I kind of love that he's a little gay. But now I'm breaking up with him because we share locations. Like he suggested it actually. Like we share locations like consensually. It was like fun, and we thought it would be cute or whatever because we both travel a lot. And he went to like a fucking strip club without asking me, and that I thought was way crazier. But now I'm like kind of afraid to tell my friends that that's the reason why. So all my friends kind of think I broke up with him because he's bisexual. So I actually kind of like that about him. I don't know. I don't even know if that even counts as a secret. I guess I just broke up with him because he was slutty. I don't know. Complicated. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
They are getting back together.
She shouldn't break up with him because he went to a strip club without her permission.
That was weird.
Would you need me to call you?
Well, I kind of like that you don't like strip clubs.
I don't like strip clubs. You have a
I
great.
like strip clubs.
You have a great bit about strip clubs.
Thank you.
A truly hilarious bit about strip clubs.
Oh, I want to hear.
I go to them.
Do the whole bit right now.
I do.
It's a long bit. Do it.
It's
Wait, you
quite
really
long.
go to them?
I do sometimes. Yeah, I like to see the different ones that different
Oh.
cities have to offer.
What's the good and where's the bad?
I like Atlanta.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest is the worst.
Well, no, they're everywhere. You can get a good burger.
Vancouver is where I started this interest.
Okay.
So Vancouver, there is something, it's like when you eat the cheese curds.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, it's like.
Is that when they do the?
It's like nostalgic and
don't they,
homey.
Yeah.
Don't they? I dated a Canadian, and he said that the girls at the strip club would like put the little coins. They'd throw them in their pussy.
The loonies and toonies.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put them in their pussies.
Wow. No, I've seen that, but I swear to God, until right now, I thought Canadian women physiologically they developed coins. I thought that was biology.
Yeah.
Until right now, this is cool.
So how are the girls up there? I'm
They're
assuming
very
you're going to see girls.
Acrobatic. Yeah.
Oh,
They're
nice. That's
more
fun.
acrobatic.
They're doing just like crazy stuff. I like
Fascinating.
those. Yeah. I like a more Cirque du Soleil experience.
Can I?
Oh, right. And they're probably spreading their legs
Yes.
out so wide
Yes.
on the pole.
And,
And then they just kind of throw the coins because we don't have dollar coins. That's the problem.
Right. Are you turned on?
I'm appreciative.
Yeah.
I am turned on, but not really.
Yeah.
Like it's more just an appreciation for her.
The way women go to strip clubs is so funny to me because it's just so different than the way men go to strip clubs. Like women go to strip clubs and be like, yeah, this is crazy. Men are like, I want to pay you to fuck you. Like, and that's why I don't like them actually.
Men go and like grease up their legs
Wear
and
thin
then put
pants.
on their thinnest
Women don't wear
sweatpants.
thin pants and no underwear
And it
to the
does
strip club.
nothing. Like I don't have a dick,
Yeah.
like it's
heard
okay, you're
that.
not. And it's like very inward, like whatever I feel, it's very inside.
Yeah.
So she won't get there, so I'm really just appreciating it. It's more of a like, I go out and do this,
You've heard that though, right? That
Actually sounds fun.
certain men
Yeah.
will wear their thinnest pants and no underwear and
Yeah.
like put Vaseline on their dick so it like smirks a little more.
I actually never heard of this. That's
Can
crazy.
you never say smirk?
I made that one up too in real time.
so gross.
It's like mushing.
Smirks?
Like just
like
like
the dick is smirking?
yeah, it's like on the
Oh,
leg, a little bit. It's like leg friction.
It's not a word.
That
All
noise-
I've never done that. I'm just saying, dude, can I tell you guys a real story though?
Yes.
This is pretty gnarly. You might judge me. I used to go to peep shows. You know what peep shows are?
Yes.
Is it not strip club or?
They're kind of only in San Francisco.
Yeah, so
okay.
peep
And
shows.
they're not even there anymore.
Peep shows, you put the money in.
no, and New York.
You put the money. You have like a private booth. It's not. You're not at a club
Very
having
old
a
fashioned.
good time.
Did you ever see that Madonna video?
Yes.
Oh, like there's some Madonna, like they're doing a peep show.
Yes.
Right. So, and you're in a booth, and you it's like to masturbate. It's not like a strip club where you're like, yeah, we're having a party. It's like
Nobody
you're in there.
can see you.
The woman can see you.
Oh.
But, so in San Francisco on Market Street, I walked in and I put the quarter in and it raised and the woman was there and she's like, no, you have to tip me directly. And then she was clothed and she's like, then I'll do a striptease for you or whatever. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I only have $250. And she goes, all right. And I gave $250 and she poured like an entire bottle of baby oil on top of herself and did this like extremely hardcore peep show for $2.50.
She's probably doing it for different reasons than money, honey.
What do you think it was? To please me?
No, because something happened that she wants to please. I don't know.
That's very interesting.
Natasha.
What?
I just.
Maybe she enjoys.
Maybe she wanted to moisturize.
Yeah, she's dry.
She was dry. She was definitely dry when she saw me. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work for $2.50, Moshe.
Anyway, that was a long way to go.
Oh my God.
Our next secret is going to be not for your ears. So if you would like to hear this next secret, join our Patreon. It starts at $5 a month.
That's so cheap.
It is so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea, where can we find you online?
Okay, Andrea Jin at Andrea Jin on Instagram, at Andrea Jin 1 everywhere else. Somebody else took that.
I
Somebody
hate
else
that.
took that. It had to be 1.
I hate
Let's
that.
tar and feather them with
There's
that
a-
salon lady's husband.
There's
Yes.
a Moshe Kasher out there. He's got Moshe Kasher Gmail. And I found him on Facebook. I friend requested him. He said no. He denied it.
We have the same name. Say yes.
Yeah, we should be connected. You were awesome. We love you.
you.
We
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, wait. We forgot something important. You're going to be in Houston,
Houston
Texas.
next week. Yeah.
Next
Oh my
week.
God, get tickets.
The Punchline.
Yeah, Punchline at the end of this month, February.
Yeah.
That weekend.
Natasha, you're going there too, aren't you?
In
I
October.
don't know when my dates are right now.
Well, she's going there too. I'm going to be in Portland, Oregon, 420, dude, at the Polaris Hall. You can come see me there. See Andrea. She's so goddamn funny. Follow her online. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming.
Midwestern goodbye.
Oh.
And one more thing before I let you go. This has been a production of the Lake County Prairie Home Companion. Cheese curds.
Good job, honey. I love you.
I love you too.